After taking off for Florida in perfect weather, suddenly plummeted to the ground. Along with 8 passengers, Aaliyah, a young Brooklyn native and a talented singer and actress.
Shockingly, this pilot was not certified to fly the ill-fated plane.
Barry, when Aaliyah died for a wrongful death, he got paid $90 million.
So now, 25 years after Aaliyah's heartbreaking death and 14 years after Cathy White suddenly passed away under mysterious circumstances, people are saying there may finally be new answers hiding in Cathy's personal diary. Reports claim authorities recovered the diary, and it allegedly contains shocking details about the people some believe were connected to what happened to Aaliyah and the possible reasons behind it all. And it gets even messier. Rumors started flying that Hype Williams and Aaliyah's uncle
age, and it's just scary because that could have been any one of us, and she was an angel, and I know that now she's with God.
Were allegedly offered huge amounts of money to stay involved in a bigger setup, and people online have been going crazy over those claims. Then, an old interview featuring Mary J. Blige resurfaced and went viral after she allegedly suggested Aaliyah's death was planned, and that clip had people digging up old receipts nobody was even talking about before. As many people already know, Cathy and Aaliyah were both linked to Jay-Z in different ways, and both deaths have sparked years of speculation because of the strange timing and unanswered questions. Even though their deaths happened nearly a decade apart, many people still believe the similarities are hard to ignore. Starting with Cathy, her body was reportedly found in her apartment just days after she allegedly told Jay-Z she was planning to speak publicly about their relationship. According to official reports, her cause of death was listed as a brain aneurysm, but a lot of people didn't believe that explanation at all, and the timing raised even more questions for critics watching the situation unfold. She was only 28, and that alone made the story hit even harder. Then things got even more wild. For years, online rumors claimed Cathy may have had deeper ties to people in the industry, though none of those claims have ever been confirmed. What really grabbed attention recently was talk that Cathy allegedly kept a private journal where she wrote about her experiences in Hollywood, including things she claimed to have seen, heard, and dealt with behind closed doors. Now, some people believe that journal may contain information connected to Aaliyah's death, and that's why this story keeps resurfacing. Critics also point to long-running rumors that powerful people may have known more than they admitted, though there's never been verified proof of those claims. Still, people online continue connecting dots and asking serious questions. So if this alleged diary really hints at something shady, people are saying it only makes Cathy's death look even more suspicious. And that brings many online theories right back to Aaliyah's tragic death on August 25, 2001, after she traveled to the Bahamas to film a music video. Over the years, there have been claims that Aaliyah was hesitant about getting on the plane before takeoff. Some former witnesses and reports have been heavily debated online, with people arguing about what really happened in those final hours. However, many of the most extreme claims remain unverified, and it's important to separate facts from speculation. Another detail that keeps people talking is the story involving Lenny Kravitz allegedly sending a private jet to help Aaliyah leave the Bahamas.
This moment exposed to some even caught us by surprise. Here it is again, slowed down. As Beyoncé sits down with Molly Meldrum, her dress folds. That crease caused a worldwide controversy.
Some are wondering if Beyoncé is faking her baby bump after the singer appeared on an Australian TV.
According to long-running rumors, that option reportedly wasn't used. While others involved allegedly made different travel choices later on, that detail has had people raising eyebrows for years because they feel the situation doesn't fully add up. And trust people online, they say that wasn't even the most shocking part of the story surrounding Hype Williams. People have also pointed to the sudden decision to move Aaliyah's video shoot from Miami to the Bahamas, even though reports said filming was nearly finished. That last-minute switch has fueled years of speculation, with some people believing there had to be a bigger reason behind it. Online rumors claim someone may have pushed for changes behind the scenes, but none of those accusations have ever been proven. And then critics bring up another eerie connection. Hype Williams was also reportedly present during Left Eye's final trip before her tragic car accident in Honduras. Because of that coincidence, some people online have raised questions and shared theories, saying the pattern feels strange to them. Still, that remains speculation, and no evidence has confirmed wrongdoing. Now here's where Aaliyah's early career story gets even deeper. When she was around 12 or 13 years old, her uncle Barry Hankerson launched Blackground Records, a label created to help build her music career and promote her talent. Aaliyah later signed an exclusive deal with Blackground that reportedly committed her to 6 albums, and that agreement has sparked a lot of conversation over the years. Blackground reportedly had major control over Aaliyah's masters, recordings, publishing rights, and future royalties.
2 weeks before the crash, Aaliyah's pilot, Luis Morales, had been on the wrong side of the law when he got arrested for possession of cocaine and got probation after a traffic stop on July 7th revealed traces of in his car. The autopsy further revealed traces of and alcohol. Shockingly, this pilot was not certified to fly the ill-fated plane.
That meant Barry Hankerson's company had legal rights tied to unreleased music, future projects, videos, and potential earnings connected to her career. But here's the part that really had people talking. Just 4 days before Aaliyah was scheduled to travel to the Bahamas, reports claim Barry went to court to secure legal paperwork related to the trip. Online discussions have heavily debated what those documents actually meant, with some people believing the timing looked suspicious. However, there's no public proof that this was connected to any plan against Aaliyah, and that distinction matters. After the tragic plane crash, Aaliyah's parents filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the video production company and others connected to the flight. That case was reportedly settled privately in 2003 for an undisclosed amount, and all claims were released. But then things got even more complicated. Just 3 months later, Blackground Records reportedly filed its own separate negligence lawsuit against the same production company. And that move had a lot of people wondering what was really happening behind the scenes. At the time, many people saw Aaliyah's death as a heartbreaking accident. But over the years, online speculation has grown, with some people claiming major industry figures may have known more than the public realized. It's important to note that these claims remain unproven, but they continue to spark intense debate online. And remember those long-running rumors about Aaliyah turning down certain advances? That conversation got louder because of comments tied to Dame Dash, who was in a serious relationship with Aaliyah at the time. According to past interviews, Dame claimed Jay-Z had shown romantic interest in Aaliyah too, including sending flowers and trying to spend time with her, but he suggested Aaliyah wasn't interested. That alone had people talking, but things got even more controversial when critics pointed out Jay-Z's continued professional connection with R. Kelly after Kelly had already faced public backlash over his illegal marriage to Aaliyah when she was a teenager. That connection has remained a major talking point for people who believe there were deeper issues happening behind the scenes. A lot of critics have questioned why anyone would continue standing beside someone facing such serious allegations, and that criticism has followed Jay-Z for years. Many people felt he didn't distance himself from the controversy at all, and that only made the conversation louder. Instead, he went on to record a full collaborative album with R. Kelly called Best of Both Worlds, and then took that partnership on tour. That decision sparked heavy backlash, especially from people who believed he should have stepped away from the situation entirely. And then, an old 2004 interview with Nas and Wendy Williams started circulating online again, making things even messier. In that interview, Nas publicly criticized Jay-Z and suggested he was aware of troubling behavior happening around R. Kelly. Those comments quickly reignited debate online, though the claims remain allegations and have never been proven in court. Now, Nas didn't present hard evidence to support those claims, so it's impossible to say how accurate they were. Still, a lot of people online believed him anyway, especially because Jay-Z's past relationships and industry connections have been heavily discussed for years. Now back to Cathy's alleged diary entries. And this is where things get even more intense. Online reports claim authorities are allegedly looking into the journal after rumors surfaced that it contains detailed notes about Cathy's experiences around powerful celebrities. None of those claims have been officially confirmed, but they've definitely reignited public curiosity. Some internet personalities, including Jaguar Wright, have also made explosive allegations about Jay-Z and R. Kelly's connection to past controversies. She has claimed that powerful people may have tried to shift public attention in certain directions, but those statements remain allegations and have not been backed by verified evidence. At this point, social media is connecting every rumor, old interview, and resurfaced claim into one massive story. But until real evidence comes forward, people are left trying to separate facts from wild internet theories. And that's where things get really messy. And just when people thought this story couldn't get any deeper, another old clip started making waves online.
My age is going around. It's like I just never really say it, so you can't hear it from me. But I'm in my mid-teens.
Mid-teens, okay. I suppose you could define that either way.
You know, 15, 16, 17.
They were saying all kinds of things about, oh, Aaliyah's married.
Right. I just say, well, you know, I say no.
In the interview, Damon Dash spoke about how devastated he was after Aaliyah's death and made it clear that he believed there were still unanswered questions surrounding what happened that day. He didn't directly accuse anyone of causing her death, but fans quickly ran with his comments and started revisiting every strange detail all over again. Then people started pointing at the official plane crash reports. Investigators said the aircraft was overloaded with luggage and equipment, and the pilot was reportedly not authorized to fly the plane under certain conditions. Those findings alone shocked a lot of people because fans couldn't understand how so many safety failures happened at once. And that's why this case still refuses to fade away. Between resurfaced interviews, legal battles, alleged diary entries, and years of non-stop rumors, people feel like there are still pieces missing from the full story. Whether it was tragic negligence or something more sinister, the public still wants real answers. And here's what really keeps people talking. Aaliyah's legacy continued making huge money long after her passing. Her music sales surged, unreleased material became even more valuable, and demand for her image, catalog, and future projects stayed incredibly high. That reality has led some people online to question who financially benefited the most after her death, and those conversations get heated fast. Fans have also pointed out how difficult it was for years to access Aaliyah's music on major streaming platforms. Many blamed ongoing disputes involving her catalog rights, while others believed there was more happening behind the scenes. Eventually, her music was released to streaming services, but by then, people had already built endless theories around the delays. Then there's the emotional side of all this. Aaliyah's fans, family, and supporters have spent decades trying to protect her legacy while constantly watching her name get dragged into controversy after controversy. And with these alleged diary claims now resurfacing, people are once again demanding transparency because they feel too many questions have gone unanswered for far too long. And now, people are watching closely to see if anything actually comes from these alleged diary claims. So far, no official documents have publicly confirmed the explosive rumors being shared online, and authorities haven't announced any verified breakthroughs tied to Aaliyah's case. That hasn't stopped social media from going full detective mode, though, and every old interview, lawsuit, and rumor keeps getting pulled back into the spotlight. Some fans believe Cathy may have documented powerful conversations and secrets that could completely change how people view both cases. Others think the internet is connecting unrelated events and turning speculation into fact way too fast. Either way, emotions are running high because both Aaliyah and Cathy lost their lives far too young, and people still feel there are unanswered questions hanging over both tragedies. At the end of the day, what's confirmed is that Aaliyah remains one of the most loved artists of her generation, and fans continue fighting to protect her legacy.
Well, she may say no, but this marriage certificate shows that last August, Aaliyah and R. Kelly said yes. But hold on a sec. How old did she say she was again?
I'm in my mid-teens, 15, 16, 17.
So if she says mid-teens, the certificate says 18 and her record company 15, how old is Aaliyah? Maybe the reason she's keeping quiet is because if proved she's a minor, her marriage to R. Kelly will be null and void.
But until real evidence surfaces, the rumors will keep spreading, and people will keep demanding the truth behind what really happened. And just when it seemed like the story had reached its peak, more former industry insiders started speaking out with their own stories. Some claimed they witnessed strange behavior behind closed doors, while others said they were pressured to stay quiet about things they allegedly saw in the music business. None of these stories have been fully verified, but they've added even more chaos to an already messy situation. Fans are also questioning why so many key figures connected to Aaliyah's final days have stayed mostly silent over the years. Every time an old interview resurfaces or someone hints at hidden information, social media explodes with fresh theories and people start connecting dots all over again. At the same time, others are urging caution because internet rumors can spiral fast without solid proof. That's the biggest issue here, separating emotional speculation from actual facts. But one thing is clear. Aaliyah's impact is still powerful decades later, and people continue pushing for honesty, accountability, and real answers because they feel her story deserves much more clarity than it's gotten so far. And now people are asking the biggest question of all. If this alleged diary really exists, what's actually inside it? That's the part driving social media crazy right now. Some believe it could contain personal accounts, private conversations, and details that might explain why Cathy felt unsafe before her death. Others think the rumors are being exaggerated for clicks, and until something official is released, nobody truly knows. What keeps this story alive is how many loose ends still seem unresolved. From Aaliyah's final trip to resurfaced interviews to longtime industry rumors, people feel like every answer only leads to more questions. And every time a new claim pops up online, the entire conversation gets louder again. Meanwhile, fans continue defending Aaliyah's legacy and reminding people not to lose sight of who she was, a talented artist whose life was cut tragically short. They want truth, but they also want respect. Until verified facts come out, this story will stay surrounded by speculation, mystery, and non-stop debate. And the internet clearly isn't done talking about it anytime soon. Cathy and Aaliyah may be gone, but their names are still at the center of conversations that refuse to die down. Many people believe too much has happened for the public to simply ignore the unanswered questions surrounding both tragedies. One person wrote, "She did not deserve to die. There are so many people involved in what happened to her. She was exploited, abused, and taken advantage of. It upsets me greatly." And honestly, that comment reflects how emotional many fans still feel after all these years. Another person said, "I'm sick. They robbed Aaliyah of her innocence and exploited her talents, and when people were onto them, this whole situation happened. I'm so angry they got away with this." Those reactions show just how deeply this story continues to affect people. But what do you think about Cathy White's alleged diary and the claims surrounding Aaliyah's death? Do you think these resurfaced rumors are exposing hidden truths? Or is the internet taking speculation too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next messy breakdown.